bit of a whistle-stop tour of our current understanding of how memory works.
So it's such a big topic. I'll try to reduce it to a few key points. But one of the key ideas is that memories are thought to be stored, so to speak, in through connected networks of neurons, which are the basic cells that are doing the computing in the brain. And so what we think happens is when you speak, when you feel something, when you see something, there are groups of neurons that are activated that allow you to have these conscious experiences or even unconscious experiences, things like your heart racing when something scares you. And so when we have these experiences, there are changes in the connections between these neurons. And so that's what you'd call plasticity. And those changes allow a group of cells that were active during an event to become more easily activated again later, even when that event isn't taking place. So if I could activate some of the neurons in this cell assembly, is what we call them, from this conversation, presumably through these strengthened connections, the other neurons could be brought into play. And so it only takes me a small cue to be able to pull up the entire network of neurons that are part of this memory. So that's like kind of the very whistle-stop tour, I guess, but then you can certainly go deeper than that into all the different kinds of memory and the way it works.
I mean, so we've got, I'm going to keep it very basic, even though it's very complicated, but we've got short-term memory, long-term memory, and different types of long-term memory. Could you give us a bit more about that?
In memory research, we like to cut things up and say this is different and that's different. But in reality, when we remember an event, for instance, it's all very connected. One of the key distinctions that I've really been working on throughout much of my career is the distinction between episodic memory and semantic memory. So semantic memory would be your general knowledge about things that you've acquired over the years. And episodic memory would be your ability to remember a singular event, whether it's an event that's mundane, like I'm in the kitchen and I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute, why am I here? And